On behalf of the commander of the 113th Brigade Support Battalion, Lieutenant Colonel William Ward, welcome to the 113th Brigade Support Battalion, Headquarters and Headquarters Company, change of command ceremony between Captain Douglas Latino and Captain Lemuel Castillo. On behalf of the 113th Brigade Support Battalion, we would like to recognize the outgoing HHC's commander's spouse, Mrs. Caroline Latino, and the incoming HHC commander's spouse, Mrs. Danielle Castillo. Mrs. Latino is being presented with a bouquet of red roses that symbolize the color of heart and care and concern she has shown the soldiers and families for 113th BSB over the past 30 months. Mrs. Danielle Castillo is also being presented with a bouquet of yellow roses that symbolizes the company's welcome to the Talon family and our anticipation of maturing friendship. It is our hope that this will be a satisfying chapter in your life, and we look forward to many memorable experiences that our organization hopes to share with you. The passing of the colors is a time-honored tradition signifying the responsibility associated with the command in this ceremony. The acting first sergeant represents the backbone of the company, handing over the company guidon to the outgoing commander. The passing of the company guidon from the outgoing commander to the senior commander signifies that the unit is never without officer leadership. The passing of the company guidon from the senior commander to the incoming commander signifies the passing of his trust and also the responsibility for the unit and its soldiers. The passing of the company guidon from the incoming commander to the first sergeant signifies the loyalty they will share and begins the allegiance between these two leaders of the company. The first sergeant, as the keeper of the colors, entrusts the colors with the company color bearer for the unit to see as the changing of command is complete. Attention to orders. By authority of Army Regulation 600-20, Captain Lemuel Castillo assumes command of Headquarters and Headquarters Company 113th Brigade Support Battalion effective 1 January 2021. Please take your seats. At this time, the battalion commander, Lieutenant Colonel William Ward, will give his remarks.
All right, you can relax up here. Okay, thank you to all of our guests for being here in this slightly altered ceremony, so I appreciate it. Special welcome to Carolyn and Violet. Thank you for being here from Captain Latino's family. And then Danielle and Atlas and Dante. Thank you guys for coming too, as well as Captain Castillo's parents. Thank you very much. It's a special event, and I'm really glad all of you were able to make it. The change of command is a special ceremony. It's an important ceremony. It's important for the soldiers to see that leadership has changed from one person to another, one officer to another. And then it's also important for the families that we recognize in each of the spouses, because this is not only a sacrifice for the officers, but it's a sacrifice for you as well, giving up some additional time and also emphasis to the organization, because you definitely are a part of our organization as well. Appreciate everybody being flexible with the accommodations here. You'll notice we're videotaping. We do intend to show this to the soldiers during our next drill in February. So thanks everybody for being willing to accommodate this. Next, I'd like to thank Doug Latino for his time here as the HHC commander. You've done a great job, really starting as the S1 and then being the HHC commander and AGR administrative officer for the battalion. You've done a lot for us, so thank you for everything you've done. You've seen the battalion through 3 annual training periods, so quite a bit of training, and then also including the 2018 Pacific Pathways support that the battalion did out in the state of Washington, and then we also sent some folks overseas for that, as well as the COVID-19 pandemic, which obviously we are very much still going through, but thank you for all of that. It's been a trying time for everybody. You've provided leadership continuity through a lot of changes. So we've had 2 battalion command changes, 2 first sergeants within HHC, and then multiple SPOs and XOs. So you have been kind of a rock to provide that stability for HHC here in the battalion. So I thank you for that. Some of your notable achievements that I'd like to discuss real quick, and then this is by no means an all-encompassing list, but some things that you've done that have been great have just been your impact on the morale and retention of HHC. Going from a 33% retention rate to a 65% retention rate. One of the things I've especially noticed is PT, where you take a lead in the physical fitness training of the company and done a great job there, leading by example. HHC has an 89% paid PT pass rate, and I've really seen how you've coached and mentored the soldiers of the company, so thank you for that. Talon balls, one of the things that we've done, unfortunately we couldn't do it this year. You've planned and organized 3 of them, and then the most recent one in 2019 was one of the most highly attended Talon balls that we've had. So thank you very much for that. A lot of hard work, and it does not go unrecognized. Really does a lot for the morale and esprit de corps of the battalion. All right. And then finally, during this COVID-19 pandemic, we've had to adjust how we do business. We've had to change how we do training, how we do drills, and how we get AT, and I was able to rely on you and your expertise as a medical service corps officer to help us through that, so thank you for all of that. But I'd like to wish the best to you and Carolyn as you move on to your next assignment, so good luck to you at DHHB. I know you're going to do great things. All right. So I also know that HHC is still going to be in good hands because we've got Captain Castillo coming in. So I'd like to welcome you and Danielle and your family to the HHC and the BSB command teams. Really glad to have you on board with us. From your work at Hotel Company up in the Ford Support Company up in Fort Wayne to being the SPO ammunition officer, you've done a great job. I've seen what you've done here, and I've got confidence that you're going to be a great company commander for HHC. I know that you're ready. HHC is a different animal. It's not a normal company. You have the staff. I'm one of his soldiers. So really, my advice to you is get to know your first sergeant and have a strong relationship with him. Get to know the XO, Major Cates, and have a very strong working relationship with her, and you'll be just fine. Okay. HHC's got a big test this summer with JRTC coming up. So we'll be going down to Fort Polk for a few weeks. I think that'll be a great experience for you as a company commander. And then in FY22, we'll get into more of a more normal drill schedule, going back to more of the 1 weekend a month type thing. So I think it'll be a great time for you. Looking forward to everything you're going to do with the battalion. But good luck to you. I have confidence you're going to do great things. And again, welcome to you and Danielle to company command. Thank you.
All right. At this time, the outgoing commander, Captain Douglas Latino, will give his remarks.
I just want to say, I want to take the time to thank you, sir, for allowing me to be commander for HHC for the last 30 months. You've been a great mentor to me and a great leader. I think, when you came into command, one of the first things that you preached was that networking, and that is what is the core to being a logistics officer. I'm not a logistics officer by trade, but having that and working with people, relationships, that's probably going to be your key to success, Captain Castillo. Danielle, your husband is about to embark on one of the most challenging times in his life. Being command is also the most rewarding. Obviously, you guys are parents, and newly parents as well, so you know how difficult being a parent can be and how rewarding at the same time it can be. His command is going to challenge him. He works as a teacher, and so use that skill set, draw from that, and use that to develop your soldiers. He's going to need your patience. He's going to vent to you about how difficult his job can be. He's going to need that sounding voice from you. So please be there for him. Carrie, thank you so much for the last 30 months. You have been my rock. We've gone through a lot. We had our first child 2 years ago, and this experience has been amazing, and I couldn't have had a better partner to share this experience with. Over the past months as the HHC commander, as you addressed, sir, we had 3 annual trainings. We didn't go to JRTC yet. we prepared for ourselves, this organization, for JRTC, where we implemented, or we're working to implement the ACFT, which is going to be a challenge in itself. And as you addressed, sir, COVID, we've had to become adaptable and very flexible soldiers and leaders in this organization, especially with COVID. COVID's just been a huge challenge that hopefully we don't see for another 100 years. But we've had to adapt and we've overcame. We're still moving on to JRTC, and I fully expect this organization to succeed at JRTC. Thank you to the troops. Thank you for First Sergeant Phillips. I know you're not here, but thank you so much for your wisdom, your counsel. Chaplain Mathis especially, thank you for your wisdom and your sounding voice as well. Thank you to the troops of HHC. I mean, it was a wonderful experience being a commander here, watching you come into the organization as young individuals. I had Specialist Roman, Specialist Hardin at the time come in. I had many young officers, Lieutenant Tobin, Lieutenant Wank, Lieutenant Carroll at the time, now captains of themselves, and have made so much, have shown so much growth over the last 2.5 years. It's an amazing experience to watch individuals grow. It's like I said, it's like being a father, watching individuals, and it's probably the most rewarding part of being a commander. Captain Castillo, I want to leave you with 3 key points or advice. Be the leader that HHC is going to need, not the one you want to become. I'm going to leave you with that. You can draw from that. Be patient. Take the time to develop your soldiers. One thing about the Guard, and especially Indiana in general, the out tempo is always going to be high. And if you don't take that time to develop the soldiers, it's going to bite you at the end. You're just going to end up taking a lot more time. And then the last one is take a moment to enjoy your time in command. It's fleeting. So thank you, sir. Thank you, HHC.
And finally, at this time, remarks from the incoming commander, Captain Castillo.
All right, first I'd like to thank my family, everybody for coming who's not usually with us on these during drill, during the occasions. My wife especially, Atlas and Dante, Mom and Dad, and then Captain Latino's wife, thank you for coming. Second, I'd like to thank the NCO Corps for taking such great care of our soldiers right now during the concerning time of COVID. And I know we're all going to be at home, and I hope to be able to do drill and do everything that we can while we're still working with a digital system. Third, I'd like to thank Colonel Ward for giving me the opportunity to command and for seeing the potential in me to lead soldiers, because it means that it shows me that sometimes I don't have the confidence, and really that gives me confidence knowing that you can place some responsibility on me. And then lastly, I'd like to congratulate Captain Latino on his awesome and successful command, and then for being my commander for the last 2 years, because I've been in the HHC already. And then to all the soldiers, I just wanted to let you know all policies and procedures will remain in effect, and that's all I have to say.
Well, thank you. At this time, you guys, we appreciate you attending the ceremony today, and you are welcome to move about and congratulate everyone up here. Thank you.
All right.